Hey everybody, this is Max Steingart, and welcome to a special webinar. And we're going to be broadcasting this on YouTube because it's important. You know, I just got a message here from Guy who wrote, finally got graph search last night, not exactly like yours, but it's working well. Now, what I want to talk to all of you about tonight is a little bit about graph search and a lot about Facebook. Now, before I talk about the 3 steps to achieving success faster at anything, let's go over and talk about Facebook. We want to share with you how Facebook's new timeline page changes and graph search feature, which is brand new, make it easier to connect with the best prospects and make sales. I have to tell you, it's only been about 12 days since I've had the whole thing. The new timeline, the new graph search. Actually, I've had graph search for about 6 weeks, but not the new timeline page. And when you put them both together, you are absolutely going to be amazed. For those of you that are old students, I have to tell you, this is going to blow you away. For those of you that are new, it's almost unfair that you're jumping into this at this time compared to some of the other folks, because it's unbelievable what it's going to do. You're going to have such an advantage over your competition, and frankly, you're all going to be able to pick this up very, very quickly. You know, I came across this Jim Rohn quote the other day. Your life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change. And get ready, because life as you know it on Facebook is changing for the better. Changing for the better. There are dozens of changes that are going to... They're so exciting that they'll actually keep you at the computer. And I mean, I'm not kidding. Facebook has changed their news feed, where you can keep track of what your friends are doing. The timeline page, amazing new changes. The graph search is brand new. Even what they're doing with their messaging features are going through unbelievable changes. And you need to know how to take advantage of these changes, or frankly, you're going to find yourself on the short end of the stick. So if you don't have the new timeline page, go to facebook.com/about/timeline. Most people have it. Most people have it. The timeline page was introduced a year ago, but they've made some amazing modifications to it. And the way to tell whether or not you have the new timeline page is, number one, you've got a toolbar underneath the cover. Now, if you see a white box up at the top for searching for people, places, and things, well, that means you don't have the new graph search. The toolbar here at the bottom is a good indicator. Well, you have the new timeline page, but you don't have graph search. To get graph search, go to www.facebook.com/about/graph search and look for the sign up. Okay? There'll be a place for you to register for it. At some point in time, you'll get, and when you do, you're signed up for their beta system, which is what it is. Beta means it's rough. It means there are going to be mistakes. There are going to be things that don't work. And as soon as you get it, just click on the green tab, and you will have the white box goes away. No box. Your email, your friend requests, email notifications, and notifications in general get moved over to the right. Before they were over on the left. But the graph search feature is going to enable you to do things with keywords that you never had before. Now, the other thing that the timeline page does, and it moves things around, is when you look at a person's page, you can see what they do right up at the top, and you can see how active they are. So there are some very, very good things about the new timeline page. Again, you want to look up here at the top to see if you don't have the white search bar, you've got graph search. And there are all kinds of things that they've put on that page, all kinds of features that are going to make it easier for you to connect with people, communicate with them, and close them. So graph search is absolutely amazing. Now, think about this. You have access to 1.06 billion people. And over the last week, in working with my coaching clients, as a matter of fact, on Friday, I was doing a coaching session with Dr. Nick Messina, and right in the middle of our session, we ended up with graph search. I said, Nick, I've never seen this. I've never, just watch the transformation right there. We went from one screen to another. Everything changed. But let me just show you how you're going to be able to use that keyword search feature, right? We did a search up here for people who like nutrition. Now you could do this for people who like boating, people who like badminton, people who like aerobics. We did a search, and we got more than 1,000 people. And then what we did was we scrolled down and we typed, all right, show me all the people that like nutrition who live in Toronto. And it filtered down again. Now we still have more than 1,000 people. So now we decided, let's go ahead and search for women in Toronto that like nutrition. And again, we had 1,000 people. Show us all of the women in Toronto that like nutrition, and now we could pick an age range. So we picked 50 to 59. We had fewer than 100. But you can change these parameters any way you want. And after all, if you only want to talk to 4 or 5 people a day, what's so hard? So we had these 3 ladies here. And we went and wrote to the first one, keeping in mind that the first lady, we had 5 mutual friends. And when you have mutual friends with a person that you don't know, it's easy to send a message. No barriers whatsoever. Odelia here, well, she had 6 followers, and Sarah had 1 mutual friend. So when we wrote to Odelia, hey, you're not connected to Odelia, so they want to send this message to her other box. And in case you didn't know it, you have 2 Facebook mailboxes. And of course, with Sarah down at the bottom, even though we've got a mutual friend, they still wanted to throw us over to the other folder. Now, once you understand how this process works, it's going to be easy for you to pick out people and make amazing connections. We did a search for people who like real estate or people who work in real estate, and we chose Phoenix, Arizona. And again, you break it down by gender if you want. Break it down by marital status if you want. Break it down by city if you want. And then you can actually see the friends of your friends. Now, before I get into the messages, let me just give you another example. We kind of came up with this when I was working with Nick. All right? So let's say, show me people who live, pick a city. People who live in Los Angeles. Well, obviously, you got more than 1,000 people. And now you can break this down by gender. You got more than 1,000 people. We can go, scroll down a little bit further. And we're going to look for people, women who live in Los Angeles, okay? We'll scroll down here, who like, and let's put in fitness. All right? Now, the problem is, well, let's see how many people like Zumba fitness. Look at this. More than 1,000 people. This is going to be such, and reaching out to someone is as easy as sending a message. Now, they want to charge me $1. They want to charge me $1, but we've got mutual friends. Now, why is that? Here, down here, we have 6 mutual friends. Let's go send her a message. I don't have any problem. Go down a little further. We have 6 mutual friends. I don't have a problem. So why did I have a problem reaching her? Oh, wrong one. Why did I have a problem reaching her? We get into that in my, I don't mean to tease you, but I don't really have time to get into that, but we've got it figured out. And Brenda says that my voice is breaking up. Can everybody hear me okay? In Calgary, Alberta, Canada, it's a 5-5, breaking up here too. Ross likes it. Well, just fine. So I guess it's a little bit about bad connection. Okay? Okay? All right. So, folks, this is huge. I'm telling you, since my session with Nick, I've come up with so many different strategies all around graph search, and we're going to be loading them up into 7.0. Over the next few days. All right, now again, the message center. When you send a message to people, look at this. We sent a friend request, attempted to send a friend request to this Gina here. They wanted to charge $15 or $5 or $1 to connect with somebody that you don't know. And if you have mutual friends, and sometimes you have to tweak it a little bit, there's absolutely no reason why your messages can't get through. Now, I love success stories, and I love enthusiasm. I mean, I really do. Now, Jackie here is a new coaching client. Okay? And notice, I'm logged into her account, and so she has the timeline page, but she doesn't have graph search yet. All right? And we did a coaching session on, I think it was Thursday. And I noticed down here at the right, this was a prospect that she had connected with and was just following up with. This was turning into a live chat. And she sent me this on Thursday. Max, I'm so excited, I'm vibrating. My sister is urging me to calm down. I'm dreaming about this now. After 5 days of posting, I've talked to 5 people and have more people to talk to tomorrow. I can see how this is going to work for me. Everyone I contact is accepting me as a friend. And then a little bit later, says, Max, I have to tell you, last week I was terrified to post I'm ready to help 5 more people make their fortunes on the internet. Terrified. But on the 16th, I did it with my heart in my throat. I was so nervous. Within 1 minute, I had someone react to the post, and now he's looking at my business. I'm having so much fun with this. Now I find it hard to tear myself away from the computer. I went from being terrified about being on Facebook to trembling with excitement. There are some awesome people out there waiting to talk. Now, I'm just going to slip back over here because, again, I love success stories. And here we go. Jackie was in my prosperity retreat this weekend. And she sent me this at the end of our first session. I think I got graph search. I had a really good day. I'm shut out for 7 days because I got too excited about friending people. But I did 3 presentations today while I was listening to your retreat. Talk about multitasking. All right? Now, let's just go back. Let's see how long she's been doing this. When I spoke to Jackie at the end of March, she was a little nervous about being on Facebook. She was starting from scratch. But after just 2 hours, she had her first appointment. She said, we've only had 2 hours of coaching, and I've already gotten my money's worth. I've got my first appointment with a prospect on the phone tonight. I'm so glad I had the courage to take the leap and go for coaching. It's the answer to my prayers, and I like your style. No fluff and to the point. Now, that was in the morning, and then later on in the evening, she says, Max, I might have the fish in the pan. Now, I don't show you these to try to impress you. I show these to you to impress upon you what you can be doing, what members of your team can be doing. And so not only is she able to connect with her prospects, but you can connect with your prospects in foreign language. Now again, I love success stories. Last week we talked a little bit about Rosie, who sent me this message. Thanks to your training, I now have 15,000 associates in my ASEA business. I was recently asked at an ASEA event how I was able to build my business so fast. She replied, Max Steingart. So I wrote back to her the next day, how long did it take you? 12 months. It's not the quantity of my recruits, it's the quality. You know, thank you for teaching us to sift and sort rather than sell. Once that concept is understood, there's no more rejection. Your training is extremely valuable. Now, she had been in 3 other network marketing companies with no success. She's new to the business. This isn't one of those stories where somebody gets into a company and in 12 months has so many people because they brought groups from other companies. Dana Barish sent me this last week, 2 weeks ago. And I'm thrilled for Dana. Your program is at bomb.com. Top recruiter for last year with 81 recruits. I sign more. Those are just the ones who qualify in 30 days. Folks, there's a simple, easy process that when you learn it, when you master it, you will never run out of people to talk to. Last August, I worked with John Fogg in my coaching program. He says, Max, more thanks. Brought 2 people into the business this week using your teaching on Facebook. Nothing I've learned before is such a perfect fit with a relationship-based approach I've been teaching people for years. You provided the missing rubber meets the road how-tos that get the results I didn't know how to do before. Okay, I got 2 more appointments today. All right, now, beginning of the month, jumped more than halfway up my comp plan on Facebook in less than 2 months using my strategy. Max is the master. I'm his student. Now, you can use Facebook's new timeline and graph search features to build a global business. Global. It doesn't matter where you live. I can have you building your business in Manhattan, Melbourne, Moscow, or Hong Kong without ever leaving your home. And truthfully, to get it all down, to understand the whole process, it takes about 6 hours. Now, there are 3 simple steps to making money on any social networking site, and everyone with just a simple profile page can sell anything to anyone, anywhere in the world. It's a matter of connecting with perfect prospects, communicating with them, and closing them. Now, the scripts that we're going to provide you with work on the phone, the mall, the gym, or any place you have a chance to talk to people. And it is a 3-step, easy process. Okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump over here and I'm going to my Endless Free Leads program because I want to demonstrate how the process works. Connect with people, communicate with them, and close them. Connect, communicate, and close. So here in the graph search, people who like sailing as a sport, more than 1,000 people. Well, let's say I want to meet the women, more than 1,000 people. People who like sailing that live in Atlanta. Wherever you're going, wherever your company events are taking place, more than 1,000 people. And now, connecting with any of these people is as easy as sending a message. Before you send the message, you have the opportunity to hit the double arrow up here and see if you've ever written to this person before. Unbelievable. Or we could just say, women who live in Atlanta. So you can do it multiple ways. Again, you got more than 1,000. More than 1,000. You could break it down by age. Show me the women in Atlanta between the ages of 40 and 49, more than 1,000. Again, throw in a keyword search. I mean, there are dozens and dozens of different ways that you're going to be able to do this. Connect with people that you know in advance. You know in advance who you want to connect with. You know what their agenda is. Now, it's a 3-step process. All right? All you need is a Facebook page. And then you can connect with people, communicate with them, and close them. I call them the 3 C's to Facebook success. For that matter, it's the 3 C's to success. I mean, almost, you could say that on any social network, or you could say it's the 3 C's to network marketing success. Because wherever you are, it's all about making a connection with somebody, connect with somebody, walk up to a stranger at a business card exchange, connect with people, communicate with them, and close them. Connect with people on Facebook, the people you know, and then the people that you want to know. 2, communicate with them. Identify perfect prospects and qualify them with questions. And then 3, close them. And if you talk to 5 people every day, there's absolutely no reason why you can't be making a sale every day. This is the fastest and easiest way to monetize Facebook and LinkedIn and, for that matter, any other social networking site and make sales every day. Now here's an example. Just how fast it can be because Facebook is mobile. I did a search. I was in a coaching session with Mark. And we did a search for women. We did a search for people in real estate in Sacramento. And Judy came up. Now, we didn't have the graph search. Okay, we had to do it the old-fashioned way. And now we go to send a little message, and we see they want to charge Mark $1 to send the message. Now, we happen to know that Judy was online because 2 minutes earlier, she had made a post. So instead of paying the $1, and you never want to pay $1, you never want to pay a penny, just send this message to her other folder. And then what we did was we made a little comment on something that she just posted, and within seconds, Maybe it was about 2 minutes. We got a little message back. I have accepted your request. And this is how it starts. Wow, that was fast. Thanks. How long have you been in real estate? Now you can have these kinds of conversations anytime you want. So you have this huge, huge pool of people. You know, every time I see people promoting these, how to get leads, how to get leads, how to get leads, and you look at the amount of work that's involved, and then of course you have to look at the quality of the lead. Well, who are these people? What do you know about them? So let me ask you this question. How do you measure success? It's not about how many friends you have on Facebook. It's not about how much traffic you can drive to your website or how many people are reading your articles and blogs from your Facebook page. No, it's about how many sales you're making at the end of the month. It's about how much money you're making. That's how you got to measure success. If you're in business, talking to people is the key to your success in any business. It's your most important activity. Only now, typing is talking. Only now, you are literally holding in the palm of your hand the whole online world. Talking is what you have to do at some point in any business or sales relationship. But you've got to be talking to the right people. Typing on a social network is talking. Texting is talking. So here we have Facebook with over 1 billion users. And this candy bowl over here on the right represents everybody on Facebook. There's 1.06 billion pieces of candy and nuts in this bottomless bowl. Now, of those 1.06 billion active Facebook users, 58% of them are online every day. And 25% of these people do it from a mobile device. Which means when you reach out to somebody, there's a high probability that they're going to react right away. We're talking about instant gratification. We're talking about immediate results. Now, it's easy to identify who to talk to because everyone has a recognizable agenda. People are there for dating, friendship, networking, relationships, and sales. And I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised in the next... here we go. No, you can do it now. So, you can go over here and you can see... Well, this is you can search this for this by your different friends or the friends of your friends. You know what I was looking for, you could search for people who like the same things. Let's see. You could search for people by where they live. Now, you could search for people let's see here. You know, well, what I was saying, and I don't see it here, is what they really should do is allow you to search for people who have indicated that they're single. Well, I guess you can do it that way. Okay, what you do is you go up here and you could say, all right, show me all of the people who are single, and you can tell from looking at that what the agenda is. So for those of you that are looking for dates, in addition to business, that would be how it would work. If you want to avoid that, show me all the married women. And again, you have unlimited access to people. So the picture, the contents of their page tells you what that agenda is. How valuable would it be to be able to go through thousands of pictures and thousands of profiles and be able to pick out the people who would love to be in business with you? How valuable would that be? How valuable would it be for you to identify the network marketers that are out there Uh, you know, you ever ask a network marketer what they do, and they write back, they give you a whole commercial. You get the websites, you get the numbers for their upline, you get the videos, you get everything. A lot of people are in companies that won't be around in 90 days. Customers, people who routinely buy your product or service. How valuable would it be for you to be able to go through a list of 1,000 people that like sailing or whatever your hobby is and make a connection and know in advance that they would love to buy your product or service? Same thing with unhappy networkers. Same thing with affiliate or internet marketers. These people are as easy to reach as reaching into that bowl of candy and pulling out a green M&M and the appropriate color. And here's the thing. How many times a day can you do it? As many times a day as you want. Don't do it too many times, okay? You don't really need to reach out to more than 5 or 8 people or 10 people a day. No more than that. And Jacqueline got a little crazy, and you know, she couldn't stop. She kept reaching into that bowl for those green M&Ms, and you know, Facebook will slow you down because they're doing that to protect Facebook users from the spammers and from the marketers who just figure, hey, all I need to do is get on here and blast away. Now, top income earners will tell you that if you want to be successful, you must talk to 5 people about your business every day. You can do that on Facebook in less than an hour. You want to be wildly successful? Talk to 10 people about your business every day. You can do that in 2 hours. Now, if you talk to the right people, people in sales, network marketers, affiliate marketers, internet marketers, professionals, perfect prospects for you, people who have the aptitude and the ability to be successful, you will be successful quicker. And again, what was it behind Rosie's success? The fact that she was able, it's quality over quantity. You know, Evelyn sent me this, I think it was our 2nd week in my coaching program. Since I started working with you, I have 4 people looking at my opportunity. And I'm meeting another lady next week in person to talk about the business. Folks, it's fast. Solomon sent me this at the beginning of March. Now, I look forward to getting these from you. We're starting to literally build all kinds of success stories. And I mentioned Dana Barish earlier. So while I remember, if you go over to 7.0, go to the resource section, scroll down to success stories. Here is how Dana's success story. Okay, how she became top recruiter in her company a few years ago. Won all kinds of contests. I mean, this woman is driving company cars, company gas. An amazing story of what this woman has done. And of course, we have Howard's story here under success story. We're adding a few more over the next 2 weeks. Well, here's Solomon. We're just getting a start. He said, Max, your scripted messages are amazing. I can get a person talking and interested in my website in as little as 7 minutes now. I signed up 2 people last night. One was a stranger. It's from the initial contact to the sign up was 24 hours. He sends me this at the end of the month. Your scripts gave me a real boost in my progress. I added 7 associates to my downline in the last 3 weeks, just became a manager. You're all heading down the same road, folks. You know, it was a year ago that I got a phone call from my friend Brent Bryson in New Skin. And Brent is over in the Far East, and we're going to be connecting the first week in May because he's all excited too about all of the changes. Now, last year, he signed up in my coaching program because he wanted to go through the program quick. And he wrote it took him a week to get it, another week to refine it, plant seeds. The 3rd week, he began to see serious prospects. He signed up 3 people. And while we were doing that, he mentioned to me that his son, Blake, was 23 years old. And, you know, he had a full-time job. He could not get his son or his daughter, Rebecca, interested in building a new skin business. but they were on Facebook all day long. So I gave Blake a couple of coaching sessions, and before the end of the month, Blake and his sister Rebecca added 9 people to their new skin business, and he was off and running. Now, Brent got it. Brent has always picked it up quick. And in February, he had about 70 people in my boot camp. In March, he had about 40 of his leaders in my boot camp. And in April, he sends me this. Last month, March, my business went up 35% in a single month. Thanks to you, now I've got the fastest growing group in New Skin worldwide. You're the best. And Blake, who started in January, replaced his full-time income. Now again, you're all heading down the same road. You know, there's a reason why top income earners in so many companies recommend me. Listen to Brent.
Max and I have been friends for a long time, and Max has got what I believe is the absolute best system for developing prospects using social media. You know, we live in a world where social media is really becoming a big part of what our business is and a big part of all of our lives. I can't endorse this enough. It's not something that's going to go away. It's just a big opportunity that we need to know how to do right. And so that's why I'm so motivated to make sure that everybody in my business has a real strategy and that they know the things to avoid. It's so easy to get lost in these automated lead systems and all of these things that sound so easy and yet are just a waste of money and time. You know, any program where you're expecting a prospect to just call you out of the blue, just fall in your lap out of the sky, any of that stuff doesn't work. And particularly online, these lead systems, that's what really started me down this path. Is I had somebody in my group that was brand new, and they were pretty smart with the internet, they thought, and they got hooked up in one of these lead program things and ended up spending a lot of time setting up a blog and setting up a video blog and blah, 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 and on, and not taking action and not talking to their friends in their circle of influence, and really wore themselves out over about a 3-month period of time, and then quit the business. And after having spent a small fortune, several $1,000s, and I kept telling him, that doesn't work, and they just didn't listen to me. And as we bring new people in, we turn them on to this strategy. We don't want them to go out and wreck their warm circle of influence using social media. It's so possible for people that we bring into the business today to be really, really excited and then go and post all kinds of stuff all over their Facebook and just really wreck their circle of influence. It just makes it a lot harder for them because really what they're doing is showing one piece of the elephant instead of showing the whole elephant. And we use that analogy so much in my business. Our job is to tell the whole story, not just part of the story. And so we don't want our new people particularly to have to fight any bias that might be out there or any preconceived notion or anything like that. And this is a really, really important strategy, and it's a part of our lives that is not going to go away. It's only going to become a bigger and bigger part of our lives. So I really encourage you to get as many of your people into these next 2 boot camps as possible, particularly this next boot camp, and really get a sound strategy for your team.
Now Blake posted in April, hey, it's official. Both he and his wife both replaced their full-time income. His wife gave birth in February, and he was actually able to stay home and watch his son grow up. Now, Blake was also in my MLM Prosperity Retreat in June when I told everybody I'll start making friends with people in Zeke because I don't see how this company can stay around much longer, and 60 days later they were out of business. Now, you're all heading down the same road. You all have the same wonderful access to people, and the scripts that we're going to provide you with in talking to people as part of our program work everywhere. Howard sent me this This was the first instant message I ever got from Howard back in February 2009. He was in a boot camp, and we helped him, with his pages and go through the process. And 11 months later, in January of 2010, he got his first six-figure monthly check. I got this 3 years later, February of 2013. He was still getting those six-figure checks. He now has a net worth of $2.5 million. Now again, you're all headed down the same road. You all have the same wonderful access to people. Listen to Howard.
You've totally changed my life. I am happier at 60 years old than I have ever been in my entire life.
Now, you're all headed down the same road. You all have the same amazing access to people. Brian signed up 7 people in 7 days. How many people can you reach out to on a daily basis? As many as you want. Thanks to you and your techniques, I'm adding 10 to 15 contacts a day. I picked up 3 customers in the past week. And Derek, who enrolled 5 people in 2 days back in February of 2011. 5 people in 2 days. Sends me this last November, Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving. Standing in line for TV, waiting to get a deal on a TV. He's talking to a woman. She has a smartphone. He used the scripts, qualified her. She used a smartphone to actually watch a company video. He signed her up in line. 2 weeks later, he sends me this, Max. Busy week, 7 new people on LinkedIn, 8 on MySpace, 7 on Facebook. That's signed up 22 people a week before Christmas into his business. You're all heading down the same road. All of you. Now, we have released my home study video training, Endless Free Leads 7.0. And I have to tell you something. It is, without question, the finest training program I've ever put together. For those of you that are former students, if you don't have it, you want it. If you have 6.0, the previous version, you believe me, you want this. And if you're brand new, if you've never, let me tell you something. If you want to talk to 5 or 10 people a day about your business, this video program will step you through it. It'll step you through creating your page, communicating with people, and closing them. The social networking library has a new video player. And what we do is we've got short subject-specific videos, an overview on how Facebook works, how to create your page, what your profile should look like, how to connect with people, how to search, how to communicate with people, the power of posting, how to close. And the video library is going to provide you with all kinds of examples of everything that you need to know to be successful. Examples of people chatting with each other. What do I need to know about posting? Just type in the word post. Everything is broken down for you. Short subject-specific videos. Where do you get images? From Google to Facebook. Where do you get them? How do you put them on? How do you get them loaded? Under the resources, we have prospecting scripts, which have been adjusted to take into account the fact that when you send a friend request to someone on Facebook, okay? Now I have 415 pending friend requests. And when you go to accept someone as a friend, say I'm going to accept Chris, Facebook is going to come back and they're going to ask me. They used to do it if people turn you down. Do you know Chris outside of Facebook? And you want to make sure that everybody you write to says yes. Because even though they accept you as a friend, if enough people say, no, we don't know Chris, then Chris is going to get busted, slapped by Facebook, and she's not going to be able to reach out and connect with other people. So 7.0 covers all of that. Okay? Now, it also has the new social networking scripts book with a whole series of new scripts. Now, some of these are still being loaded. We have an amazing training on insurance people, real estate people, friends of friends. How to get a referral, how to ask for a referral. I'm looking. I guess it's further up. The person pitching you, one of my favorites. You know, we have over 100, maybe even 200 actual examples of people that use this script to take the person that's trying to sell them on their business and put them in your business. Now, my staff has been so busy uploading and working on changes and things that need to be fixed that they still haven't got the website up yet. So you can go to maxsteingart.com/upgrade and order this. It's going to sell for $279 when the website goes up. You can still get it for $1.25. It's maxsteingart.com/upgrade. We also have a special combination package that's available for those of you that really want to build your business quicker. Pick up Endless Free Leads 7.0 and get a seat in my next boot camp. Now, boot camp historically runs $597. When we run specials, it's $350, but you can get them both for $299 at maxsteingart.com/combo. For those of you that really want to move quick, boot camp is where we work together. Now, even though my next boot camp starts on May the 14th, so it's roughly 3 weeks away. As soon as you register for boot camp, there's a form you fill out, mail it back to me so I know what your background is, and get on some of my live weekly sessions, and I'll start working with you then. Our schedule for boot camp is exclusively for Facebook. It covers all of the new graph search features, but again, you don't have to wait until May 14th. Register for boot camp and we'll start working together tomorrow. 9 a.m., 4 p.m., or 10 p.m. Let me look in the question box. Okay, John Wise, if it's a well-connected person, isn't a dollar worth it? John, no, it's not worth $1. Number one, you don't need to spend the money. Number two, all they're saying is for $1, they're going to put it in that other box. It doesn't mean they're going to read it. Doesn't mean they're going to see it. Doesn't mean you're going to be able to connect with that person. Okay, Max, in this last picture, there is a starred sales. Violate the terms of service. Spam. Could you please explain this warning? Brenda, I'd be happy to. Okay? And what she's referring to is my my bowl of candy. Okay? So let me just kind of jump back to that. Here it is right here. Okay? Now, the question is, there's a starred sales violate the terms of service. Okay? Sales. Facebook has specific rules about spam. Okay? Now, you can find salespeople out there that are not violating the terms of service. But blatant sales do. And we can run over to Facebook and probably the best way to get there is to go to my timeline page and scroll down to the bottom. And here we go. Actually, why don't we just go here? Facebook.com/about no / terms of service. Whoops. Okay, but we got them down here. Terms. All right, so we'll go to terms, and let's talk about Facebook's terms of service. Terms you agree when you use Facebook. What we'll do here is we'll scroll down to number one, you will not post unauthorized commercial communications such as spam. You will not engage in unlawful multi-level marketing such as pyramid schemes on Facebook. Okay, and those are really enough. All right, there's one more in here. Okay, so they got you here, and see what they've done is they've made it easy for people to complain about you. They made it easy. As a matter of fact, I can go over here and let's bring up George. Well, George Benson, the musician. So let me get a real person. Let me go over here to Phil. Okay. Now, there's something. If there's anything on Phil's page, so I can go over here, and what Facebook does is they give you the latitude to report something on somebody else's page as spam. You have your own ability down here to report it as spam. Facebook is really serious about keeping the social network clean. Okay. So your 7.0 scripts will help us avoid that. In saying that you're ready to help 5 people maximizing their dream, that would be considered spam? No, not at all. Not at all. And not at all. And actually, there are a number of posts that you could make. a member post that you could make. Stefan writes, how do you talk to a happy, empowered networker? Stefan, just follow the scripts, okay? Just follow the scripts. We go over to private videos. Back up here to the top, resources, prospecting questions. Scroll down. These are the scripts you're going to use for people selling the Empower Network. Okay, 18 questions. How long have you been with them? Are you doing it full-time or part-time? If part-time, what's your full-time job? What else are you selling besides the Empower Network? And the answers you get to those questions are going to tell you a lot. Just follow the scripts. You know, understand that they're all going to be happy. Everybody that you talk to that's selling a system is going to be happy and pretend to be happy. Why? Because they want to sell you the system. Now, once you get the answers to a few questions, you're going to discover that maybe they're not so happy. You know, once they take you off the block for being a prospect, and sometimes you know, we've seen in 3 or 4 days, you can connect with some of these people and bring them into the business, your business, because they're not making any money. Okay? So let me slip back down here, and actually, let me just run over to talk a little bit about the 3 steps to achieving success faster at anything. And let me just look in the question box first and see if you have any questions. See, Brenda writes, Max, I've just started minimally, and a few fellows seemed interested in me when I friended him. Now he is trying to enroll me in his business. You know, Brenda, we have a script. We have a script that you're absolutely going to love, and we call that, again, we mentioned it a little earlier here, resources, prospecting questions, the person pitching you. I call this the turning the table script as well. You're talking to somebody, and you discover that as earnestly as they are interested in selling their product, the end result is that they're not making any money. And once you get them to open it up, right, well, Brenda, again, it's all about the other person. It's all about the other person. It's all about discovering how long he's been doing it, what did he do before. In most cases, those people are not interested, or they're not making any money. And they would be interested in making any money. Anyway, if you just follow the scripts, you will do fine. Now, folks, there are 3 steps to achieving success faster at anything. Number 1, get mentored by someone who has already achieved the results you want. 2, find out the exact steps you need to take. And 3, take immediate action. Now, I can help you and everyone you work with master Facebook and every other social network in the fastest amount of time. Now, there are many reasons why I'm so well respected in the industry and have been endorsed by so many companies, leaders, and successful entrepreneurs over the past 18 years. And, you know, since we released 6.0 and now 7, 7.0 has only been out, well, it'll be a week tomorrow. And in the past week, we've heard from so many people that have just taken these new scripts and really gone to town. And when we talk about the scripts, resources, the Social Networking Scripts book, 65 proven scripts for making sales every day. It's part of 7.0. But there's all kinds of reasons why people recommend it. Number one, I've actually built a large network marketing business of thousands of people using social media. And I share unique industry knowledge that only comes with 18 years of experience in the field working with hundreds of leaders in hundreds of companies. I have got a very, very unique niche. I love it. I love the relationships I have with people like Brent and Sandy Cohen and Pat Anderson and Zija and Jim and Kathy Coover. Two, my system is easy to follow, produces results that can immediately be duplicated by anyone you bring into your business. And three, unlike most social media experts, system developers, or system sellers, I'm not selling anything that requires continual monthly payments, nor will I ever try to upsell you to another business opportunity later. So if you're not having the results you want, the reasons are obvious, easy to identify, and simple to fix. It's either the contents of your page, the people you're contacting, the people you're talking to, or the way you talk to people. And since you're talking to people via typing, there's a record of everything that you do. So there are three ways, really, to social media success. First, FAST is my endless free lead program. Because what you get here is you get a video program that'll step you right through the process to show you how you can make a sale every day on Facebook without a website. You want to go faster? Here's my live training boot camps, personal coaching. The fourth way is my MLM prosperity retreat, and we just finished up the first part of that this weekend. So we're really not going to talk about this in this session. It's just a matter of how fast you want to go. Okay? Again, endless free leads, 7.0. Go to maxsteingart.com/upgrade. Get it while the price is low. And that comes with the new scripts book. We have new scripts on how to avoid Facebook's mail charges, how to instantly start a conversation with anyone, how to engage someone that's online when you are, how to sell to the person pitching you on their business, how to sell to high school seniors, the referral strategy, how to sell to insurance, real estate, government workers, headhunters, how to prospect and recruit around events of your company, the posting strategy, how to connect with the friends of your friends, complete strangers, and stock brokers. Now, for those of you that are new, okay, Guy, you're already, if you got 7.0, then you are an alumni. You're an alumni, okay? So, normally boot camp is $350. You can get into boot camp for $1.25. I'll give you the website in a second. For those of you that are new, you can get endless free leads and boot camp for $299. Now, I'll tell you something. This is something that we really put together for existing students. See, most people have paid more. So if once you understand how this process works, you don't want to waste your time teaching your people how to do this. Trust me. You want to be talking to new prospects. You want to be teaching them about your business. That's one of the reasons why Brent, Bryson, and Sandy Cohen, anybody in their group that is even remotely interested in social media is in one of my boot camps. That's why they recommend it. And I'm really excited this coming weekend. I'm looking forward to being in Dallas, Texas, and working with a lot of my friends at Manatech again. So I'm really excited about that. All right. So anyway, what we did was we put in a 1 and 2 month payment option so that people can spread their payments out over 2 months. Now, boot camp starts on the 14th of next month, but you'll be able to start working with me right away. Now, so here it is. Because you're an alumni, Guy, go to maxsteingart.com/alumni-BC, and we'll just pick it right up. Get a hold of me. There's a questionnaire that you fill out, get it into me, and I'll start critiquing your page and basically working through the process. As soon as you register, we'll start working tomorrow. So we'll accomplish a lot before boot camp even starts. Remember that during boot camp, I'll answer all your questions, critique your pages on LinkedIn and Facebook, help you personalize your searches, review your conversation with prospects, and will help you make 5 sales. So, for those of you that just want to take boot camp, it's maxsteingart.com/bootcamp. It's $350. The combo is $299, and you get endless free leads, and you get boot camp. And for those of you, you see, once you buy something, you become an alumni. So the alumni price for boot camp is going to be $125 for about a week, and then unfortunately, we're going to end up having to raise our prices. But we'll make it easier for people and more affordable by giving people payment options. Okay, and finally, there's personal coaching. For those of you that really just, you want to go quick, you want to go fast. One of the things that I absolutely love about my coaching program is the way we're doing it now. You and I get into a private webinar. I log into your account. You're watching my screen. And we start at the beginning, wherever you need the most help. Some people, it's helping them with their page. Some people, it's, writing the About Me section or getting your settings set up correctly. I had somebody ask me yesterday, is there an age limit? They asked me if there was an age limit. I said, well, what do you mean? I said, well, they're like 84. And they're really, their kids and their grandkids have got them on Facebook, and now they really like to figure out a way to make money with it. And I pointed out to them that my oldest coaching client's 87. And he's as sharp as a tack, and he is all over this thing. It took him a while to learn what buttons to push, but that's really all it takes. In personal coaching, we'll send out mail together. We'll approach strangers together. I'll actually chat with your prospects and basically help you get through the process quicker. Our coaching packages are 6 hours in 11 private coaching sessions. You can spread your payments out over 2 or 3 months. If you take the single payment option, you'll get an extra hour. Please feel free to contact my office if you have any questions. And folks, I'm going to tell you something, and I really mean this. These are your different options as far as websites are concerned. We'll come back to this in just a second. But I just have to share this. You are absolutely going to love this new graph search. Your ability to go in here and find people who like personal trainers, people who work as personal trainers. There are so many different options for you. Show me all the personal trainers. In Chicago. And your ability to connect with people, to know in advance who you can reach out to and who you can't. Makes it easy. And we're going to show you how you can connect with people where you don't have mutual friends. So that you don't see this. So these are your websites. Things are changing, folks, on Facebook. And I have never been as excited. 7.0, maxsteingart.com/upgrade. If nothing else, get all your team members to get a hold of this program, Boot Camp. Start working with me tomorrow. The combo package includes 7.0 and Boot Camp. For those of you that are alumni, for those of you that have 7.0, and now you want to move a little quicker and work with me in boot camp, have me critique your pages and all that other stuff, go to maxsteingart.com/alumni BC, register for that, and we'll start working tomorrow. Anybody else have any questions? Questions, anyone? I'm going to tell you, this new graph search is so reminiscent of the old MySpace and your ability to literally talk to 5 to 10 people every day, people that you know in advance would love to talk to you. It has never gotten easier. If anybody's interested in coaching, give my office a call tomorrow in Las Vegas at 702-527-5150. Or you could write to Audrey at maxsteingart.com. Folks, if you're not talking to 5 people about your business every day, you could be. You know, it doesn't matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. It's a Confucius quote that we posted earlier today, and here was another one from Les Brown. Your ability to communicate is an important tool in the pursuit of your goals, and that's why we've added the scripts book. Unlimited access to people means nothing if you don't know what to say. There is no one out there, no one, that has a scripts book. There is no one out there that teaches such a simple process that allows you to connect with people on an unlimited basis, communicate with them, and close them anywhere in the world. If you're not, remember, folks, there's 3 steps, and you know, I've started to really go in and we start. You know, for example, here I notice passive income sites. I mean, what are people selling on here? And we're actually going to have case studies of what these people are doing. It just blows me away. 3 steps. It's just a matter of how fast you want to go. And this is what I'm talking about. See, somebody named Sam Johns. Record of everything. You can go back and you can decide, is this somebody I want to talk to or not? So he's a kid. He's a kid. But this is how easy it is for you to connect with anybody. Connect, communicate, and close. Okay? Connect, communicate, and close. Folks, it's waiting for you. It's like a big bowl of candy. If you're not talking to 5 people a day about your business, you could be. And if you're not closing at least one of those people, you're either talking to the wrong people or you're saying the wrong things. Until next time, best of luck in building your business, and God bless.